Check 1, 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
It's recording. Both of them are. Okay, cool. Beautiful. All right, we're going to start with the game, No Welcome. All right?
All right.
This is the game. I saw this on the internet.
Gotta get on
You
your
got to
Zoom.
say a letter,
Okay.
and I got to say a letter.
Okay.
Same time. So it'll
Okay.
be like 3, 2, 1. We both say a letter.
Okay.
Your letter has to be the first letter of the word.
Mm-hmm.
My letter has to be the last letter of the word.
Okay.
Okay?
How do we know the word?
We got to guess one.
Okay.
So like let's say we got to do, let's practice right now.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. E.
C. Cain.
Cain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's who gets the point.
Oh, I love this.
But it has to be, let's say at least
no.
5 letters.
Why would you do that? Make it so hard.
5-letter word. Got to be
Okay.
5 letters.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. L.
G.
Okay, you have to say it at the same time.
Oh shit. okay. I'm
New
ready.
word, new
okay,
word.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
M.
D.
Made. Madagascar. What's
First-
your word?
Okay, just say the word when you know it's right. Why are you? Okay, hold on. Let's see if we can get one.
Okay. Are you ready?
Midland.
Oh, you're still going with M's.
MD. Yeah, Midland.
Is that a D word that you had D?
Your letter is the first letter of the word. My letter is the last letter
Maryland.
of the word.
I won.
Maryland, yeah. But
Okay.
you were after me, so you lost.
Well,
That's the way the
you
game
didn't declare
works.
your win. Oh, that was practice.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the practice.
All right,
So
now let's
whoever
play
gets
for
to
real.
the word first
Okay.
accurately
Got you.
Right?
Let's do it.
wins.
Okay.
You ready? 3, 2, 1.
C.
T. Cockpit. Cold.
Is that a T?
Cockpit? Yes.
Cockpit?
First letter is what?
Oh, pit. Yes. Okay. All right.
Do you understand the game?
I understand the game. I got to spell it in my head. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3.
A. Bacteria.
Power. I said P.
I thought you said B.
No, I said P.
Oh.
Power. Does it have to be like the formal English words?
Yes.
No.
Correct spellings.
How you gonna keep me to that? I'm not limited to
Okay,
that.
we're not going to play this game. All right. Welcome to the Get the Goods podcast.
He gave up so quickly.
Give me a clap. All right, we're back. Erica just lost a word game to me. Hopefully, she'll be able to bounce back during the course of this broadcast and redeem herself from her moral loss.
Moral loss.
It was a moral victory for me. So I think
Okay, you can have it.
I think we're at episode 41. 41
Are we?
episodes.
That's a lot.
We doing it.
Consistency. We have.
We
been
doing the thing.
consistent. Yeah.
And it's been busy, ain't it?
Oof. August had hands.
Look, Black August
He had some
was
hands.
not holding back.
You know when you get baptized and it's just like they keep you underwater?
Yeah.
That's how I felt.
Yeah.
It's like, can I please get up and breathe? Nope. Stay down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are at the tail end of Black August, right? We survived it. We made it through. What was your Black August commitments?
To be vegan and work out every day.
How'd you do?
I did good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I did.
No days missed?
No, if I missed a workout day, which is like once, I just did double the next day.
Okay.
But it was like one time.
Like one time or one time?
It was one time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine was vegetarian.
Maybe two.
Maybe
It
two.
was just two.
For sure?
Yeah.
All right.
Complete honesty.
Thank
You
you.
were vegetarian? I know that was
Vegetarian.
hard.
And we've been reading the Asada Shakur autobiography.
Oh, yeah, I've been reading that.
So additional study.
Good, yeah.
And then also I think I've just been much more curious. I wanted to like learn. I wanted to be more like detailed about my learning, like looking up words that I don't fully understand, looking up like if, it'd be a lot of organization names, abbreviations and stuff.
Yeah.
Looking that stuff up and be like, oh, what is that?
Yeah.
And trying to dig a little bit deeper on just a regular basis as stuff is coming across the purview. So yeah, I did that. I succeeded in that. And I have been hungry every single day.
Really?
Every single vegetarian ain't it.
It is difficult.
It's very difficult.
difficult.
It's probably good for you, but like
It depends on your body
you
type.
gotta eat all day.
Well, I don't know. Once you get your body used to it, I think it just takes some getting used to. Because I do it. I've done it
It's been
consistently.
30 days.
I know.
Still not used to it.
I know it probably takes longer. But
Oh,
also
okay.
you got to find the right food. You're probably not eating dense enough food.
I don't know. I'm eating eggs.
You drinking your water?
Water, yeah.
Getting on your Zoom?
See, you think
I don't know what's wrong with me.
okay, we're just
I
gonna
know. I really, I'm appreciating that sacrifice.
thank
Did you
you.
learn anything about yourself?
I think I learned that imposter syndrome is a lie.
Okay.
And I think that we are all in varied stage of our development, and at none of those stages is that not real. You know what I mean? You may feel like I may not be what's a good example for this? I'm a basketball player even if I don't shoot as well as Steph Curry yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not that I'm not a basketball player. It's that I'm just haven't developed that particular skill set
Right.
in that process yet. And I think everybody is at varied stops. And whatever it is you're pursuing, if you're pursuing it earnestly and honestly,
Yeah.
and you're like, en route to a particular goal, being en route to that goal, you are still actively achieving that goal.
That's real.
Yeah.
So, how did you come to that conclusion?
I think for me, what kind of helped was leading the Black August lesson during the mass meeting, where it was like, and also like people asking questions and me knowing the answers to them. Unexpected questions sometimes can be frightening because you're like, I don't know what they finna ask me. I don't know if I know it or if I don't. But then it was like, oh no, these are good questions and here's your answers. You know what I mean? But yeah, that kind of helped me just kind of ground myself and be like, all right, cool. It's in there. The knowledge is in there.
It's there.
It's soaked
Trust it.
in. I'm oily.
Yeah, trust it.
Yeah.
Slippery, yeah, trust it. Okay.
I wouldn't
Nope,
say.
that's wild.
I wouldn't say. I was.
Because the oil just.
No, Diddy. We're not even.
No, don't say that. You meant oil like anointed. I was just going with it.
Yeah, but you. Okay.
That's not it. Okay. You're challenging everything I give today. It's okay. It's called. That's what it means sometimes to be connected.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, like we always do.
Yeah, news.
News. What you got for us?
Okay. Do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
You can go.
Okay, sure.
Would you not like to go first?
No, I have a few news updates.
Come on with it.
All right, so first, of course, folks already know this, but Trump been sending federal law enforcement agents and military, particularly into black cities. So D.C. has been dealing with it for probably a little over like 2 weeks now. Of course, folks like organizations like Harriet's Wildest Dreams have been resisting and really like putting up a fight to like try to maintain the safety of their community and really fight back. And then also in Chicago, Trump administration has been talking about sending again federal agencies there, particularly targeting also communities that have been in some ways like sanctuary cities. And so looking at Chicago and organizations again like EAT have been out being like, this is not the answer. And one, harm and offenses, harm and crime is two different things. But crime is how the criminal legal system would say like harm or accused harm is characterized. And so that is down in DC and Chicago. And Trump is still saying, well, I'm sending these folks in as a way to, or sending in law enforcement to address these issues, which is not all the way true. The other thing that I think is important when we talk about law enforcement, and we've been having this conversation for a while, is that like more police, jails, prosecution, detention, incarceration does not mean more safety. And we know here, we consistently have talked about safety being actually access to social goods, people being connected, having belonging and well-being, and making sure folks have what they need and resources. That's actually safety. And so this administration has actually, in many ways, undermined it, what we would think, what is safety, like housing, gutting education, gutting like social goods. That is the opposite of safety, while also at the same time being like, I'm gonna put millions, hundreds of $1 millions into ICE and law enforcement. Like, that is not a commitment to safety. That is a commitment actually to like authoritarianism and fascism and like attempt to control and contain and select off certain groups of people, like migrants. We can be clear that Black people are next, as we see targeting this administration targeting Black cities. And so that just feels really, really important to lift up. And the other reason why I frame it that way is because we can see how, in many ways, Democratic elected officials have kind of laid the foundation for this, right? Mm-hmm. Have invested hundreds of $millions into policing and jails, right? And so have kind of laid the foundation to where Trump is now. And so I think a question of like us as organizers, as people who believe a different vision of governance and democracy, like how do we begin to move our people, move ourselves into a different direction of safety, of governance?
Yeah.
The last thing I'll add is that over the last few years, there's been a lot of work around like bail reform and the work to end cash bail and really offer up that like people's freedom, detention should not be based on their ability to pay for their freedom, pay for their bail. And so DC had done away with it, and now Trump signed the executive order bringing cash bail back. And so that conversation is back again on like the fact that cash bail isn't useful, but the other piece of it being like, well, then how do we keep our community safe? And it's a conversation that folks have been having and been trying to figure out for a while, but that's where we are. And
it's interesting because I literally earlier today I was looking at pretrial detention, going along like with the Black August thing. Like when I have a thought, I follow it through, and I was looking up pretrial detention, and I was just on a simple level. I'm like, how is it innocent until proven guilty, but also pretrial detention? How do these two things coexist? And I was looking at how they were saying pretrial detention is innocent until proven guilty unless we think that you are a danger to someone else. And I'm like, okay, unless we think.
But who's usually the danger?
Exactly.
Right.
So I'm like, this is so interesting, but also it made me think about the way we propagandize like law, right? The law being what is the correct thing to do in the law.
What is the moral authority? Yeah.
Right. And oftentimes the law is not very moral based on, particularly as it pertains to the criminalization of Black people and many groups of people. And it kind of leads in because I'm like, the whole law thing is, can I interpret the law better than you can interpret the law? Or at least in this moment, interpret it in a way that's most beneficial to my interests versus your interests.
And do I have the means to enforce it?
Do I have the means to enforce it? Yes.
I have the means to enforce it.
So it's and that kind of leads me to my news because, you know, we have the Choose How You Move transit plan, Freddie O'Connell's transit plan in Nashville, which because Nashville's transit system was largely outdated and a lot of Nashvillians wanted a more robust and efficient and effective public transportation system. And
something, can I add something? When we asked our young people and we had our participatory budgeting workshop, that was like top 3. Transportation was top 3 what they wanted to see happen in the city.
And Nashville has exploded population-wise over the past decade, maybe a little bit more, and that has put an even stronger drain on public transportation. So there was a Choose How You Move plan, which is to make streets not only safer, but have more bus lines running on time more frequently. And that plan was being challenged. I'm not exactly sure the group.
It was like a group a part of it was like they were concerned about the taxes, so it was like a stop something.
Right. So the transit plan is being funded by what they're calling a half-cent sales tax increase. But they tried to stop that plan, and then they had to go to the Tennessee Supreme Court for appeals, and they had to appeal.
Yeah, so they went to the appellate court, then the Supreme Court. Yeah,
appellate court, Supreme Court. Yeah. A lot of courts. Yeah. We have too many courts.
Well,
but I can
see that, and I'm like, what does governance look like? But go ahead.
Yeah. So
which is a lie, actually.
I'm like, okay, cool. So there's one group that says, hey, the law says you cannot do this thing. There's another group that says, actually, the law says I can do this thing. And that is the interesting thing about law, where it's like we are both using the same exact law overall. We're saying, like, what is written into a law to prove my point versus what's written in the law to prove your point. Yeah. And we have to argue this thing out.
And what did the last case law say? Because then you add in, here's the legislation, then you add in case law.
Yeah.
Which is like the interpretation of the like legislation.
Which is also the importance of like legal wins. Because the more legal wins we have that reflect our like values and keep our people free, is like, oh, the more of those case wins we get, then the more we have to pull from in the future to protect our people. But long story short, the transit plan is up and running. The appeal was not upheld. No. They appealed the thing that said that the transit plan had to be stopped or altered in some way. It was appealed, so now the plan is back on, is regularly scheduled, and the Choose How You Move transit plan is back to normal. So.
And can I say something about like the legal wins? Because I think that's interesting, because we see like a part was really interesting about the civil rights movement and thereafter, and even like some of the women's rights movement was like these legal victories. But at the same time, there were in many ways coupled with organizing. Yeah. And I think sometimes what happens is when legal victories are not coupled with like on the ground organizing, right, then they slip away from us, or like we lose what it looks like to implement them. And then we lose the possibility of shifting power to the communities that were maybe most impacted by that legal victory or what the legal win was attempting to correct. And so, you know, when I was working at Law for Black Lives, we would challenge folks on being like, the legal victory our legal strategy has to be connected to an organizing strategy. And even when we talk about electoral work, like if it's not attached to a commitment to like a radical form of democracy that exists outside of voting, outside of the courts, outside of like what we do inside of the Capitol or City Hall, then again, we're losing what it means to shift power, to shift power to communities, to govern and really make collective decision making. And so I'm excited about the work we do here and the work we see with, you know, Southern Movement Assembly, Project South, and other groups who are like, oh, how do we think differently about democracy? How do we practice governance in a different way and ensure that our tactics are complemented by and led by a commitment to like organized and relationship building, community building.
Yeah. And it's also like you said, and they say this in medicine as well as law, but it's a practice. You know what I'm saying? It's like we are trying to account for a change in terrain. So it's like, yes, this may work in September, it may not work in February, and we're going to have to alter our strategy and our plan and like the way we are with each other, because people change as well as technology changes, as well as the world around us changes. So yeah, I don't know, I was going down that rabbit hole and I was like, this is just so interesting the way like there is no such thing as like concrete law. Yeah. Like it's not like...
And then folks shifted based on what they wanted to be.
Yeah.
Which is even like a part of some of the reform that folks implemented, that was implemented in some jurisdiction, was like risk assessments. But like even that, and they were like, we're going to use AI to determine who should be like held in pretrial detention. Like we want to take it out of the, judges, because we were like, okay, some of the judges, like, you know, there's the bias of like racism and homophobia. And so they were like, well, if we take it out of that, you know, take away that part of it and just make it AI, then it should be more fair. But that's not actually what happened, because the input was harmful.
Exactly, because so what AI is pulling from is racism.
So it was like, right. So yeah, it's like, no, that's not it either. And at the same time,
that boy had to be the Grand Dragon of the Ku Klux Klan.
Like, oh, I got you. Your hands can be clean, because I'm gonna take this and we're gonna steal like about black people. But yeah, no, I think that's so important. And so
what other news you got?
That's my. Let me see.
You got something else? I got something else.
Okay, yeah, and then you
heard about the Cincinnati brawl?
Briefly, but not a lot.
So apparently there was this situation. I didn't hear about this until yesterday in the barbershop. So, which was a time.
A time.
Yeah. Shout out to Unc now. But Yeah, they was having a nice little argument about the Cincinnati brawl. Long story short, there's a white man that was screaming the N-word at some black people in the street in Cincinnati, and he slapped a black man. And then they proceeded to introduce him to a transformational set of hands and feet. So, however, unfortunately, all the black people that was involved in that moment got felony charges.
Oh, whoa.
It's like 7 or 8 people. And they all got felony charges, and he got no charges.
No.
So the people in Cincinnati was like, how is this possible when this is the person that initiated this whole event of violence? So they recently, just literally like a couple days ago, gave him a 4th degree misdemeanor charge for like, I don't know, it was like disorderly conduct, but they all got like felony assault charges. So in my opinion, it's a hate crime, okay? Because you're doing a lot, and then you got changed. So hopefully we can find a way to get our people out of that felony situation, and all the love and support to like black families that are going through this like really difficult and challenging experience. Because you got one set of arguments from some people that are like, violence is wrong no matter what. You got another set of arguments it's like, you put your hands on me, I'm put my hands on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, wherever you stand on that, one thing that I don't rock with is black people being locked up, and especially when it's like somebody is being overtly racist to me and putting their hands on me.
Like antagonizing.
Yeah,
you.
like
Yeah.
this is significantly self-defense, because we also don't know what else that could escalate into in that moment, or what other factors that we don't know about this happening in that thing. So yeah, free all them folks. I'm not sure if they're in pretrial detention, but hopefully they get the legal support that they need to go on to have rich and fulfilling lives. But yeah, it's a crazy thing seeing all the unks in a barber shop going back and forth about the Cincinnati brawl.
Nah,
but
that's real.
it's just interesting because the political grounding of our people be really, really solid, even if they don't have all the fancy language and all the words and all of that. So it was cool to see, because sometimes you go to some barbershops and
They be wilding.
they be going down a darkly homophobic and transphobic
No, for real.
trail of
and
tears.
misogynistic. Look. You be like, look.
I'd be like, yo.
I'm very sad about our condition.
I was worried. I was sitting in the chair. I'm like, oh, I know it's about to take a turn.
How did you find this barbershop?
I've been going to this barbershop since I was a kid, but I would go off and on. So like, so now it's close to where I live, so I go there now because of where it's at. But like, depending on if I was on that side of town or not, I would go to that barbershop.
So they don't cut that much. How long it take you in the barbershop?
Let me tell you something. All I did was go in there to get a line, but they like to talk. I'm first person in the chair. It's 30 minutes. I'm like, all I need is, it's supposed to be a 5-minute line though. Yeah. But they was having such a good look. You can't rush your barber. When you got a good barber,
That's real.
you are at his mercy.
That's
There's nothing you can do about it.
Okay.
There's
This
nothing
is
you can do
news
about
to
it.
me.
He would have been, take your shoes off. I would have, man, you got it, big dog.
This is news
I gotta
to
come
me.
about. I gotta run it. It's too critical.
That's real.
Yeah.
My last piece of news is, this is today, actually, well, August 29th. It's the 20th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina, which is devastating to families in Louisiana and Alabama and Mississippi who were so impacted by that hurricane, and thousands of families were displaced. And thousands of people lost their lives. And, we folks experienced it. Folks watched racism and anti-blackness in real time, how black people were left to try to fend for themselves and try to survive what it was an extremely catastrophic and horrible event. And so I know, Nashville was one of the places that people from New Orleans, families from New Orleans came to. We got cupcake collection.
Yeah.
Because of, Hurricane Katrina. And so I'm just really, my heart is with folks, particularly this week, who are commemorating that, who are honoring the folks who lost in that moment and during Hurricane Katrina, but thereafter because of the residual effects, and the folks who continue to fight the deep entrenchment of the role of capitalism and white supremacy, and how our climate is shaping, and even now, I don't know if 20 years ago we knew, and people likely, I was 15 then, but I know people were like, this is gonna continue. These things are gonna continue to happen. One, because the state is not coming to save us. It's not equipped, nor that it has the desire in many places to like save working class, cash poor, and Black people. But the other piece of it is folks could tell like the way that we are hurting and harming the earth is like gonna continue to create these types of events. But yeah, just with folks today and folks, the other thing though that I think is folks are both commemorating and also being like, what are the lessons that we've been learning over the last 20 years? And then what can we do to continue to fight back? And so I was really grateful to be a part of the Katrina 20 People Movement Assembly in New Orleans on Wednesday of this week with folks who live in New Orleans, folks from across the country who were like, we want to, gather via People Movement Assembly, bring our people together. Again, what are the issues? What are the stories that we can learn from each other? And what actions are we committed to engaging in to fight together?
So when I was looking at Hurricane Katrina, because, we were making like this short list of all these Black organizing events that occurred in August over history, and Katrina being one of those where Black people and Black communities organized during that disaster because, like you said, they weren't able to count on the state to support them during that time, and a lot of people began organizing to truly survive, like to truly survive a natural disaster. And we know we've been organizing. We've been organizing since organizing was organizing. Like that's what we do.
Since needed to happen.
Yeah.
Since it needed to happen.
And so I also had like of course, with all the empathy and awareness of the devastation that Hurricane Katrina was, it was also interesting to see how like what our natural inclination to do when our people are hurting around us is to organize so that they can be supported,
Yeah, and that's what I was learning while I was down there, like about like and it's just sometimes when you get in spaces like that and you hear from folks who would be like elders, like I'm 15, the time maybe they was 25, 30, 35, 40, but they were like, this is the work we did. We created a fund to help people as they were displaced, to help people get back home. We started creating these type of resources to get to people. Like one woman spoke about being in Atlanta and she was about to like close and somebody knocked on her door. There was people from New Orleans who were there for food. They had come to Atlanta trying to like escape the hurricane.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I just, a part of it is like, deep grief and weariness, and I'm like, we know how to care for each other. There's a spirit of collective care. And so just the deep appreciation and gratitude for that. And there's so many other stories that, we don't know that aren't lifted up that actually saved people's lives.
Did they talk about how they was communicating? Like, were they using, like, how, I know the phone service was probably wrecked. So I'm like, what was that communication channel?
I don't know. I just know that, folks was like, y'all need to.
Yeah.
And that was a part of what came out of, Hurricane Katrina was like Southern Movement Assembly and People Movement Assemblies that came out of that. Is like, how do we start to like organize together? So it's really, really beautiful.
Yeah. Okay.
The work of the Southern Movement Assembly.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course. We didn't think you meant anything else.
Yeah.
But okay. So you went to New Orleans. What else you been doing?
I also I was in South Carolina for a week before that at the Penn Center, which it was a former plantation, and it's a retreat center now, but after it was a plantation, it started out as an experiment because they were like, can Black people learn, right? Deeply racist. So it was like, how can Black people learn? So they were like, we're going to figure out Black people can learn. It was like, yes, Black people can learn, of course. And so, but then after that, it became this space where Black people like moving and living into our dignity. We're like, okay, how do we create a space of like, refuge where our people can come and like learn and be in conversation with each other and connect and prepare and get skilled up on the battle ahead. And so they were telling us like MLK had visited there as a part, like it was after the I Have a Dream speech, but he was looking at the I Have a Dream speech to prepare for the next speech. And so it was like this thing where I guess he was reviewing his speeches and being like, what do I want to pull and use?
Yeah.
But it was a space for people to go to and really learn.
And this was where again? What city?
It was in South Carolina, I think St. Helena.
St. Helena, okay.
And I learned about tides because I didn't know about tides. Did you know about that? So Monday.
Oh, you mean actual tides?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew about tides.
I didn't know. So can you? I gotta tell you what happened. So then you can help me understand tides, because I'm still fascinated by it. Let me tell you what happened. Monday, we get there.
Okay.
Also, we are picking grapes or harvesting grapes, I guess. And we are eating them right off the branch. Okay.
Okay.
Let me see. So then we go to the water, and the water is there, and it's really beautiful. And we're like, oh, we're gonna come back and sit by the water. We get to, I believe, Thursday. We go back. The water's gone. And I was like, y'all, where is the water? And the thing is, did you know, like, the bridge, when the first day we went, it was like this. But then the next day it was like this because the water had gone. And then you could see all the oysters and stuff. And I was like, where's the water? And he was trying to explain to me it goes with the moon.
Yeah.
And I was like,
so
tell me how it works.
So this was the ocean, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's moving around. So think about it like a snow globe. You know how a snow globe is like you don't think the earth is flat, right?
No.
Just making sure we're not going to a flat earth theory.
No.
Okay.
What?
Sometimes you got to check.
No.
So the earth is like a ball of water. It's like a sphere. And it's rotating.
Oh, that's the best way somebody could explain it.
Yeah.
Because they were like, it goes with the moon, but it goes, and he did say it shifted with the earth, kind of. But I guess the moon and
the moon got something to do with it, so they say.
Yeah.
But the earth is perpetually doing that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And the whole earth it's not just water, there's land.
Yeah.
So that means like sometimes that water on this coast, the tide is probably
because he was like, yo, the tide, it went back to the ocean. I said, what? The water just, because you can tell I ain't growing up
now, if the earth is flat, then this would be very shocking.
Right. But I was like, when is it coming back?
Yeah.
And he didn't really say.
Yeah.
So I learned about tides. I'm going to do some more learning and curiosity.
I'm happy for you.
Because this is the
Did you get in tune with your Orishas?
I don't know that I did.
Because Oshun.
Well, the ocean did leave. And what it did tell me is that enjoy it while it's here because it might leave.
Okay. Do we want to unpack this about your childhood? Are we going down a trauma hole?
Why would we go down a trauma hole? Because I learned about tides that I didn't know because I never experienced this in my life. Water moves.
You right. It do be moving, don't it? It do be moving. Okay, what else you been up to?
Maybe
Anything
I'm
else?
the tide in some people's life.
Hold on. Now we getting somewhere.
Hold on.
You might have just cracked it. You might have just cracked it.
I might have cracked that.
Right, because you ain't stationary.
I ain't.
You moving on.
Look.
You might look up and the moon might be out.
Come on. And I might be back in
Guess
the ocean.
who left? You better catch me when I spin back.
Look.
Because you don't catch me when I spin the block.
Come on.
It might be your last chance.
He said something there. Hold on. Well, we can learn from the tides. I knew it was a lesson there. I like it. And I got on blue fingernails. Like the water.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And you washed that shirt in Tide laundry detergent too.
I did. I'm going to say that for this.
What else you did? And your little Tide today. All right. Okay.
So that's what I've been up to.
That's what's up.
Learning about the tide. That's something there. What have you been up to?
I'm so happy you asked. What have I been up to? That's an excellent question. So I'm excited. I got family in DC. I'm kicking it with them for the holiday. You know what I'm saying? Happy Labor Day. Hopefully everybody is off work. So I'm excited about that. That's coming up. And I haven't seen my niece, Melody, in a minute. It's been a long time. so I get to go experience her new form. You know, they change
They be
quick.
changing
They,
quick.
yeah.
Like what?
Yeah. So other than that, I went to a you know, let me not say that because I didn't really have a good time there, and I don't want to speak negatively on anyone. You know what? I've been surviving, Erica.
You have been.
You know what I'm saying? Some might say I'm in the valley,
You might be, but you on your way out. You feel that?
like the tide.
Hey, hold up. You on your way out. You on your way out.
Yeah, yeah.
been
No,
rough.
I'm just.
They said the going gets tough.
I realized that I'm doing way too much cardio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How did you come to that conclusion?
I looked in the mirror. You ever walk past the mirror and you don't like what you're seeing? I told you I've been in the valley. Let's get into it. Walk past the mirrors late at night. Walk past the mirror. I said, what?
Is it like you look skinny?
I was just real skinny.
Oh.
And I was like, I'm too skinny.
Oh.
I'm like, what happened? I'm like, well, you have been running 4 miles at a time.
Yeah.
Boxing is
And
all
vegetarian.
cardio and vegetarian. I'm dropping weight.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, this is over.
Yeah.
Like, happy Black August. I did the thing.
Yeah.
But also, we're going
back to your chicken.
we're going back to the chicken and the salmon and the weights. Because this is
Where do you lift weights? Like you lift weights at a gym or at home?
no, this is gonna be new for me. This is gonna be a new start. It's gonna be a new start. I'm a cardio king. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get out there and run. But I haven't really been lifting since I was playing sports. So
yeah.
I'm gonna start something new. But I used some tools to start doing my macros and the nutrients and the protein, calorie balance and all, cutting the sugar out. Then I'm going no sweet September.
Ooh.
You trying to join?
I'm not going to do that because my life is too stressful to be without sweets. Okay. I'm going to need that.
You're going to need the sugar.
I need my Oreos.
But you know, that's going to give you the heart disease.
Okay.
Yep. So, okay. That's what's been going on with me.
I didn't eat no, I gave, I've been vegan, so I ain't had no cheesecake all month. I'm getting some cheesecake in September.
Yeah, we know.
Okay.
We know you will.
It's going to happen.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
On this day in history.
I got a good one.
So this is a segment in our podcast where we talk about what happened on this day in history.
My goodness. Okay. You know, I was in South Carolina again, week before last in August. So on Sunday, September 9th, listen to the year. 1739. 1739.
Okay.
This is on the British before the United States revolution. Like, so South Carolina, there was a uprising. Enslaved Africans engaged in uprisings to really take back their freedom. And so it was led by of course, enslaved Black people along the banks of the Sono River, like in South Carolina, which is really, really important because, again, our people were dropped off there. And so they broke into a store, got what they needed, and engaged in a rebellion.
Let's do it.
And I think what's really significant is the date, right, being September, but also being 1739. And so I think that, I know when I was growing up, I didn't hear a lot about Black people, like when Black people were enslaved, engaging in like those types of rebellions, like really fighting for our freedom. And the truth is, like, Black people have consistently fought for our freedom. Like each year, it's never we have been consistent in it. And at the same time, what's clear is that, like, as Black people have been fighting for our freedom, that there is a huge sweep towards like repression and like laws, legislation, like policies to attempt to make that impossible. But what's brilliant about us is that we continue to fight back. It's like, okay, we're going to find a way. Like, you might put laws in place. You might like increase your surveillance and things like that. But we're going to find a way to fight back and get our freedom and be in our dignity. And I think that's just really, really important, especially right now.
And I think a lot of times we use the word fight so casually. Like, we get the term fight for freedom because they meant I got to go outside with my hands and my feet and fight for my freedom. Like, that comes from a literal context. And given the terrain and the battlefield has evolved and changed, where we still use that term, but I think we should still approach it with the same level of reverence as they did. Like,
And
that means that
discipline,
there's going to be
yeah.
risk involved. That means there's going to be discomfort involved. That means that you're going to have to make sure that you are in shape and prepared before you go out there to go do what it is you have to go do. So I'm like, there's a lot of things that like come along with the concept of fighting, like that is in both the literal and metaphorical sense, and I think we should start approaching it accordingly.
Yeah, that's so real. Yeah, like what am I fighting for? Am I clear? Do I have a clear assessment? Do I have the discipline and rigor necessary to engage in a worthwhile, a long-term fight? Because sometimes it don't end in 2 days, 3 days. It's a lifetime commitment.
Yeah, you might go out there, get knocked out, wake up, fight still going on. You gotta
Right.
get back in
You
it.
gotta get back in it. Look.
So I mean, it's that level of, it's that time. I think it's that time right now. That's what's up.
So what's your history?
So I want to talk a little bit about the history of Labor Day.
Oh,
So,
yeah. Okay.
well, really around labor organizing. So one thing to know is like, so Labor Day's been a thing since like, I think the first time it was a national holiday was 1884. So this goes way back. And there was labor organizations that were, you know, fighting for labor rights. And then there's another labor union that's one of the oldest black labor unions called the Black Sleeping Car Porters, which, like I said, I've been diving deeper into stuff because I was like, sleeping car, what does that mean? Like, I'm thinking the backseat of the car is big enough to sleep in. I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what that means.
Right, what they doing.
So what that actually means is these were people that worked on railroad train cars. And in those railroad train cars, those particular cars had beds in them so people can actually sleep on the train. So these are people that are working on train cars that are large enough to sleep in and have beds to sleep in. So these are people that are doing, you know, serious industrial work with a lot of danger involved because of the nature of like trains and that level of manual labor. So they organized this. One, shout out to them for being one of the, you know, first black labor organizations. And one of the people that rose through the ranks to lead that was A. Philip Randolph, who, which is interestingly enough, led the March on Washington in 1941.
Whoa.
Right? So in 1941, they had a March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom because of the labor organization. So it was their organizing that was pushing for labor rights for black folks. And also, you know, there's some controversy here, you know, but he was the person that led also the movement to integrate or to have black people in armed forces have proper treatment. So there's some wins there that are, you know, have some political nuance based on the time and based on the need and what people were doing at that time. But it was also interesting because A. Philip Randolph was honored by being the chair of the March on Washington in 1964 with Martin Luther King. So I didn't know that there was a March on Washington before King.
Yeah, I don't know if I knew that either.
Yeah, so 2 decades prior, a little more than 2 decades prior, there was this labor organization leading the March on Washington. And then it returned. I don't know if one happened in between those 2 decades, but it was definitely back when Dr. King spoke. And that was the I Have a Dream speech.
Whoa.
So it was, all around labor organizing in one of the oldest black labor unions that we honor for Labor Day now.
Whoa. Okay.
Pretty fire.
No, that's fire.
Yeah.
Thank you for that history. So what are you doing for Labor Day?
You know what I'm gonna do? I got this plan because, you know, it's Black August and I'm gonna get a 12-piece lemon pepper. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. 12-piece lemon pepper. I'm gonna buy it around 9.
Okay.
Sit it down right on my living room table. And I'm gonna go sew 3 hours. Give me 3 hours in.
My goodness.
When the clock strikes midnight,
My goodness.
it's going down in a major way.
That's what I'm gonna do with my cheesecake then.
You know what?
I like
Have
that.
you a little midnight celebration. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? We
I
need
should.
to capstone Black August, honestly.
Yeah, for real.
We should start doing like a feast.
Ooh,
The
I
last night,
love
like
that.
a
We should do
midnight feast.
Cheesecake,
Last night of August.
chicken. What else do I want? Something else.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna add all of that. Some people are sober, so throw in the, people didn't drink. So champagne. Okay, I like the feast part because we ain't gotta work Monday. Let's get it together. Who else wants to have a feast? What would be at your feast?
I
besides
was going to
lemon
say
pepper?
something we're probably going to edit out. Well, we'll come back
What
to
was
it.
you gonna say?
What you said, what all would you have at yours?
I said cheesecake.
In a man?
Yum, 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 eat it up. Edit that out. You know what?
It's all the things we want. It's there, right?
God owe me a man at this point. You owe me one.
What else do you feel like God owe you? You sometimes don't you be feeling like God owe?
Come on.
Don't he owe you something?
Look,
Look,
my faithfulness gotta mean something.
it gotta. Come on now.
It gotta mean something.
I gotta cash it. I gotta cash it in.
For real.
I need to be able to redeem this.
Come on.
You know what I mean? I need to be able to redeem this faith.
My word gotta mean something. Look, I'm in church. I praise you, but I need something out of this.
I know we supposed to be grateful and everything.
Right. But come on now.
But where mine at?
Where is that? Where is that?
Well, sometimes, look, people be acting like they just trust God all the time, bro. All right.
Okay.
Okay. You ain't got what you want, do it. All that faith still ain't got it, do you?
Look, you gotta feed your faith. Sometimes you gotta be a little delusional. Any day now.
Yeah.
Any day now. I'ma have my feast.
Yeah. We're going to crank it up. Black August,
What
midnight
that lady
feast.
say? I have not.
What? No, go ahead. Come on.
We finna have to edit
Can we
that
talk
out.
about it?
No.
There's a topic here.
It's not.
It's a topic right here. It's
It's
when you get the boldness to have a real conversation on this podcast, that's when it's gonna go to the next level.
Yeah.
We gonna wait for your courage.
I just say this.
You can't be no cowardly dog.
I'm not a cowardly dog.
All right.
I'm just waiting on the Lord. Okay, so it's we about to go into September. Mm-hmm. You know,
Yeah.
January. You know, we be all hype in January. This finna be my year.
Right. Ain't been your year yet. has it? A lot of years done came and went, didn't it?
At this point, the way these last few years been rocking and rolling.
Look.
I said, what is this? So you know, you start out, but you know, last year.
What you want next year?
Look,
Let's go ahead and crank it up now. We ain't gonna wait till December.
how are we gonna crank it up?
Crank it up. Get
Right.
it, because then we get like a October, November, December.
get a runway.
We get a quarter. We get a 3-month lead
To
time.
prep. Okay, what do I want?
You gotta start working on it now. That way next year can actually be your year.
Yeah, that's real.
So now we get that really turned the year into like 15, 16 months.
That's good. That is good. Okay. That's good. What do you want?
Let's see. What do I want? I'll take I need some more stamps in my passport.
That's good. Yeah.
I'm needing
Take
that.
that.
You know what else I need?
What is it?
When we get some courage
Yeah.
or a Patreon.
That's what I'm gonna say. Everybody can hear this.
Yeah. I've been in the valley, Erica.
I need that Sierra. I need a friend like Sierra. Get you a Sierra. So she
Get
can put
me a Sierra.
No, because you would be the never mind.
I would never be with Sierra.
No, I'm saying though, because Sierra be and her husband, they be getting people together.
I don't like how she be moving.
How she move?
She be telling people, oh, y'all need to get married. And she seem like she in everybody's business. I don't like it.
Shit, it be work. I don't know if it work out tonight. You don't know?
I just feel like, what if I'm in here with the slide? Let me say, what if I'm, excuse my Nashville. What if I'm in here with a friend? You know what I'm saying? It's just a friend. And now Sierra done walking up. Y'all two need to,
You don't think she was doing that? That's not what
she
they
just
saying.
got that kind of energy, though.
I ain't seen that. She be
I'm
dancing.
not, okay.
Okay, I don't be paying attention that much. Okay, so what's what you want next year?
I want to travel more. I want more peace in my life. I want more hours of peace. And that can be diligent peace. I can be doing things, but just some peace. A little piece of peace. Can I get a little piece of peace?
That's real.
We ain't got no piece of peace.
Little piece. Give me some, take the edge off.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then what else do I want next year? Dang, I'm not even ready for this question yet. That's the problem.
You gotta think about it.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay.
You trying to have a kid? Okay, let me rephrase this for clarity. When do you think you would want to have kids?
This is why I
You know what?
figured
We
out.
talked about kids last time. Let's make this quick.
But I'm gonna tell you what I figured out.
Okay.
After much, because I be thinking, I am not attached to having no kids.
Okay.
But if I meet somebody and I'm like deep in love with them, like I'm like, God sent you, I would want to have something with them.
What's something stupid you did because you was in love? Because it sounds like
Well, no, I am a lover girl. I be like, ooh, in love.
you trick daddy for sure. Let's hear it.
Okay, I got a credit card.
You got a credit card? I did too. I did too. Why did we do that?
I don't know.
That was so stupid.
It's so stupid.
I'm gonna tell you why I did it. I did it because I was arguing with my girlfriend at the time. It was always a beef. It was always a beef about something. And a very not wise counsel told me, you know what you should do?
That's.
She get a credit card with her because then it's gonna make her feel like you more committed to the relationship.
Oh, ooh.
Got a credit card with her.
Ooh.
Horrible decision.
Yeah, no.
Horrible decision making.
No.
And I was irresponsible too. I'm just swiping the card. I'm
No.
I'm
And then y'all got to pay that out together.
I'm telling you.
Yo, that's
It's
so wild
nasty
because
work.
the lessons we have to learn when we was wilding. Like, no, I definitely, I didn't get a credit card with a person, but I got a credit card to go see a person.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't laugh. Why you laughing?
So wait. So you already broke.
I know. No,
You know what I think would make my love life better? If I get a little broker. That's crazy.
Okay.
Okay, mine don't sound as bad now.
What? You racked up thousands of dollars or something on
That's
a credit
fair.
card.
Yeah, I did
I
that.
just spent like probably $250
Paid it off for like
on a
10
plane
years, didn't
ticket.
You paid that $250 out about 30 times.
Look.
Because you know that interest rate was probably sky
Well,
high.
it was worth it. So
Was it? How did it turn out?
in the moment,
Oh, okay.
okay, maybe now, but I got a memory and an experience.
And you'll always have that.
I will. That money come and go. The
Okay.
experiences.
Anything else you did?
I've done a lot of wild stuff. Okay.
Give us just one more thing.
I've just done some stuff. Some of it involves different countries.
Who you flew to a country? Never mind. I'm gonna save you. You know one thing I did? Oh my God. Cause this is how I know like peace is really high up on my like value list. I was in a beef with a girl, and I just got in my car and I just started driving in a straight line. I ended up in the country somewhere. I drove like an hour, just like I'm just gonna sit right here and I'm just gonna drive in a straight line until
What was it?
it was just stress. I was just like, I can't deal with this. I have to get in the car. And I was like, oh, this is how people used to get divorced back in the
Yeah.
day. They would just be like,
I'm gonna leave.
got out there.
I'm just gonna drive.
I would just drive in a straight line, and I live here now.
Dang,
I'm just,
no, that's real. I gotta get away.
I'm gonna go there. I guess I'll find a job.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a new
start a
life,
family
a new
or something.
family. But I gotta get away from
1
you.
hour away. That would have been me. That would have been me. I would have just got in the
But you
car
went
and
back?
just yeah. It
Okay.
was my house, so you know.
You be going through it.
Look, I don't make the best decisions.
Yeah, you gotta figure that out
That's what I want for 2026.
to make better decisions.
Make better decisions.
That's real.
I think I've been making better decisions.
You have.
But I could do even better.
You
for
could do.
sure.
It's just hard because it's like you trying to find. Everything is about love. You're trying to find love.
Mm-hmm.
We don't always have the best practices, and we're also like in constant like trying to figure each other out. And
we're trying to find a way to love ourselves.
yeah,
And that's a whole experience in its own. It's like you're gonna have missteps there. Like You know, you might break up with yourself every week.
Look,
But I'm off me right now.
I never be off of me. That's never me.
Yeah.
But
Okay, queen. Okay, queen.
Mostly circumstances. I'd be like, oh my God. Like
Yeah.
I'll wake up and be like, oh my God, I'm so tired. Like I'll be off of the world, but
Okay.
not like me. But how do you be off of you?
I just don't be feeling myself. Like sometimes it'll be like,
Mm-hmm.
it'll be like, I don't like how I'm choosing to live. Like I'm making choices that it's like, no, why am I doing that?
Why do you think you're doing it?
Either to appease people, maybe, or it's because I'm tired, so I'm just making the easiest decision, right?
That's real.
So I'm like, what is the easiest thing for me to do right now? I'm gonna just eat 10 frozen egg rolls and go to bed. Like instead of being like, I don't have to live like this.
That's
this doesn't.
real. That's real. That's
It is
fair.
like I'm
I
not
see
even
what you
doing
mean
right.
there.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not feeling the decisions I'm making.
Yeah.
Sometimes it could be just like financial decisions. Like you up late at night, so you buying stuff just cause. You know what I mean? Just like I got nothing else to do. It's 3:00.
Yeah.
Let me buy something. Crazy. It's just like
Yeah. Why
where's
did I
the
do
discipline
that?
at? Yeah.
Yeah.
So sometimes I just be feeling like my level of discipline is not where it's supposed to be, but it's like I know that I'm looking for something.
Yeah.
You know? And I think when I'm making healthy decisions, when I'm eating right, when I'm doing like when I'm training, when I'm sleeping well, then I'm making totally different decisions.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, sometimes you gotta break up with yourself, show yourself.
That's real.
I ain't feeling you right now.
Look, baby, what we doing?
Yeah.
Lock in. You're
Yeah.
not locked in right now.
Yeah.
That's fair. I think I was in that place, then I like locked in, and now I'm too strict. I'm like, come on now. Have some fun.
Yeah,
What
for
are we
sure.
doing?
You should.
Yeah,
you should.
yeah. So I feel you on
It's
that.
important.
Yeah. So
Okay.
what are we looking forward to with the organization?
Yo, with the org, I'm so excited. We've been hiring. We've got some new staff on board.
yay.
Shout out to Aaron and Diamond. We got some new people on the way. And I think, we're finally getting up to scale. Like we've been, building this organization literally from the ground up for the past 5 years.
Literally out the mud. Like we had to make the clay ourselves.
Look, what's under the mud? Out the stone. out the.
We had to make the water to make the mud, the dirt.
And there wasn't no water there.
Yeah. So
But the tide coming in.
hey,
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
you see?
So yeah, no, I'm excited. And the youth assembly is starting up this fall.
Ooh, yeah.
So that's always great. I'm really excited to see what their enthusiasm and their genius is always. You always learn so much from them. So that's something I'm really looking forward to. And then I really think we have an opportunity to do some like world changing and world building as an organization. Like we are on the cusp of like a significant breakthrough in our practice, and we've been getting wins for the past 2 years. And now I feel like with more capacity, with more minds at the table, with, elevated experience, like we are really about to unlock a whole
Even
new
a
thing.
transformation in our leadership. Like I just think about who I was 5 years ago and who I am now.
I remember.
You do. You do. You've been in the trenches with me. You know. You'll remember.
Yeah.
Like just being like, oh, I have been changed for good.
Yeah, me too.
By y'all. Like for real. And so even that, like we can engage and work differently because I feel like I'm showing up differently. And it also just makes more possible because I grew. I decided to change and transform.
Yeah, and that's something that I've really learned from you that I've like tried to be a student of. It's just like the willingness to like to change. Your willingness to be like, oh, okay, I'm receiving this feedback. I'm gonna take it in good faith. I'm gonna explore it. I'm gonna dig deep into like what's going on with me to figure out how I can be better, not only for myself but for the people around me. And I really appreciate that about like I think that's one of truly like your hallmark characteristics of like that we all can learn a whole lot from. Because it's not often that you actually get to see people do that in real time. Oftentimes it like you'll be away from them and then you'll bump into them later in life and be like, oh, you're a totally different person than you were.
Yeah.
But I've been able to see like the incremental growth that has become like leaps and bounds of like, you always had the gift of, being the leader in the room, but now it's like, oh, it's got this applied groundedness that was not there before that has been really like truly, like, I've seen you have like a life-changing type transformation. It's inspiring to see, for real.
Dang, thank you for saying that. That
Yeah.
really means a lot. Like,
Yeah.
for real.
100%.
It's been a lot of
Yeah.
hard, difficult work. But yeah,
For
so
sure.
I know, and I think a part of that work is the work. I think so much of who I am. Octavia Butler has this quote like, "Everything you touch changes everything. Basically, you change everything around you, and you change other things around you."
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I've been changed so much by y'all because of like I've seen what it means to build community, what it means to be with each other and be like, oh, if I love you and I care about you, then I have to like grow into the person that can like be in community with you.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm thinking about like our mass meetings and our community dinners and like the flight crew or membership meetings, the youth assembly meetings, like all of that, like the practice of being in community consistently with somebody else transforms you and makes you, if you allow it to, like you can decide, hey, I'm not going to grow. But if you allow it to, you will be.
Yeah.
And so I know we got some stuff coming up.
Yeah, we got the community dinner September 16th. So if you're in the Middle Tennessee area, come through. We got the good food on deck.
We do. What we gonna have?
And some good civics. I don't know, what should we have this time?
So I will say we had a meeting last night. They was like, why don't y'all get Jamaica Way? So I'm like, maybe get Jamaica Way.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
We can do a little Jamaica Way.
Yeah.
And then we also have the mass meeting September 27th. Mm-hmm. Is it the 27th, right?
27th.
Yeah. On the 27th. So that's going to be really, really great. And one thing that I've really appreciated about the community dinners too is that something about like sharing a meal with your people is like it builds something that I don't know if it's the most tangible, but I feel like it unlocks something when you like really commune and fellowship with people in that way over a meal, and it feels ancestral.
Yeah, it's an energetic thing. Yeah. And it's like nutrition. It's like we're literally feeding ourselves together. So like we're engaging in like this process of like nutrition.
And that's kind of sacred to eat with somebody.
Yeah, it is.
Because like you have to do this to live.
Yeah.
Like this is kind of like
with you.
Yeah, no, for real.
Yes.
Dang.
Yeah. Ooh.
That's wild.
Come on.
We preaching today.
We
All right.
All right.
This is the Get the Goods podcast. Thank you for being with us. We're so excited to be moving forward. Next podcast, we may have a different look entirely. You know what I'm saying? We're going to switch up the set design. But you know what I'm saying? We here in the office today. We doing what we can with what we got. What we always been doing is surviving. So as you know, when we work together,
we win together.
And when we win together,
we change the world.
Till next time. Peace out.
Hey, peace. Oh, that was good. I know we got to cut some parts about feasting on some black meat.
No, leave it in.
I gotta eat.